we're always hearing on the golf course how, gee, you lifted your head, you did this, you lifted your head, you lifted your head. That's really not a very sound piece of advice, in that we don't lift our heads on purpose, so therefore stopping doing that creates a negative, and you can't do a negative. So what we end up doing is trying to keep our head down, but whatever was lifting it ends up still moving, and we end up all jammed up and uncomfortable. Howard here has a tendency to bounce up and down a little bit, but he does it in his take away more than his downswing. But let's take a look and see if we can figure out what's causing that so-called head lift, which I don't believe is a true statement. So he's going to take him back very, very slow. We've got his legs positioned pretty well. He's got his back on a nice angle. He's getting comfortable. This is 8th speed, so it appears to be very, very slow. Now the backswing's coming a little inside, not bad. There's his lift right there. See, where his head comes up is at the top of his backswing, and I think he's trying to artificially get his hands higher than they need to be. I don't think he needs to be this high. I'd like to see the club shaft a little bit more laid off at this point, and the shaft pointing more on a line just above the target line, right about in here. That way he could reroute the club back down again without getting that lifting sensation. You can see what's moved. The right knee has moved back. The left knee has moved forward. You see the right knee is no longer on the blue line. We need to keep those angles. That's what's lifting him up, is the straightening of the right leg. Let's advance it a little bit here. Now he goes back down again. So he was actually just doing the opposite of what a lot of people think about doing. He was lifting on the backswing and then going down on the downswing. I don't mind the going down on the downswing. Tiger Woods has done that almost his whole career, and a lot of golfers do that, as long as you're not going down and forward. If you're going down and backwards a little bit, that's fine. Now his legs are back where they were. The club shaft is still too upright. It's not laid off. It's not coming down between the two green lines. Gets it there. Going to have that little tail on the swing because of that. So while he's made huge improvements here, he's coming up and out of the swing a little early. At this point right now, I'd like to see his spine still tilted on that blue line, so he's not coming up and out of the swing quite as early.